With you about Nubia, and really I learned a lot. So what I've done, I prepared a PowerPoint with all kinds of notes on it, but you're going to have the opportunity just to look at pictures and you won't have to think and read. Okay, so you won't have to read anything. Who are the Nubians? Ancient Nubia, Sudan, around 5,000 years ago, a rich and powerful nation called the Kingdom of Kush. It was a center of culture and military might in Africa. Ancient Nubia had a wealth of natural resources such as gold, ivory, copper, frankincense, and ebony. But they also produced and traded a variety of goods such as pottery. And that's one of the things that I didn't know, that there was a lot of pottery. The ancient Nubians were craftsmen. They were best known as fierce warriors, but they were also great architects. And they made the first pyramids. And you're going to see many pictures of that. As I told you, I had it all with the little notes, so we're going to have to go through. Now this is one of the pictures right here. Is king and his queen. I like that one because the lady had a little hips on her. Okay, their bowmen, warriors, were known and feared by those who saw them in battle. Ancient Nubian lands are now part of modern Egypt and Sudan. And also, I don't know if you all remember that the river Nile flows backward, and they named Nubia, it's backward, like they have Lower Nubia, you're going to see it. Is at the top, and Upper Nubia is at the bottom. And it's based on the fact that the Nile River flows backward. I thought that was interesting. So I learned a lot of stuff too. Nubians are the people of southern Sudan and southern Egypt, with a history and tradition which can be traced to the dawn of civilization. The Nubians first settled along the banks of the Nile from Aswan. Along the great river, they developed one of the oldest and greatest civilizations in Africa, until they lost their last kingdom. Only 5 centuries before the Nubians remained as the main rivals to the other great African civilizations of Egypt. Nubia is the homeland of Africa's earliest black culture, with a history which can be traced from 3,800 BC onward through Nubian monuments and artifacts, as well as written records from Egypt and Rome. Nubian monarch called oldest. Evidence of the oldest recognizable monarch in human history preceding the rise of the earliest Egyptian king discovered in artifacts from ancient Nubia in Africa. Well, what was interesting to me is that there was a lot of excavation around in Egypt, the Sudan, and everybody's pretty interested in that area because they believe that to be the cradle of civilization. Well, many artifacts were found, but they were kind of like stored away somewhere. And one of the institutes that are named in these articles is the Institute in Chicago. And after they saw some writing, some hieroglyphics on an Egyptian tomb, they then kind of connected. You know how they piece history together? They started piecing this together, and they start being able to date and analyze and look at this pottery and name it. Now, what they have divided the ancient Nubian culture into what they call like an A group. And these are the people that did most of the pottery and a lot of the craftsmanship that they have discovered. Now, most of the ancient Nubians were farmers, but if they lived in the desert, they raised cattle. They were the first to domesticate sheep, goats, and cattle. Later on, horses came, and then after that, camels. Now, what was kind of not so good is that the Nubians lost their ancient homeland in 1960, but the culture and the heritage remains. And the people here are proof of that, that they want their culture to be, they want other people to be aware of their culture and of their accomplishments. And I don't know if you got a chance to see the pottery. Now, what was really interesting, one of the scholars pointed out, was this incense burner. And on this incense burner, there was a picture. On that incense burner, there was a picture of carving of a king. And the name of the king is unknown, but he is believed to have lived approximately 3 generations before the time of Scorpion, the earliest known Egyptian ruler. Scorpion was one of the 3 kings said to have ruled Egypt before the start of what is called the First Dynasty, around 3050 BC. Now, the descendants of the Nubians the descendants, he suggested, may have developed the Sudanese kingdom of Kush. I had so much information and had it so nicely put. But I hope you're enjoying all the nice pictures. I know I did. Okay. So, who are the Nubians? Well, they're one of the oldest civilizations. They're, some scholars said that they are the first human civilization. They had a political organization and a system that started before the Egyptians. They were farmers, traders, craftsmen, and most of all, they were great warriors. So